Hey, it's Devin, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe for future updates. I try to upload about once a week, and if you're not new, welcome back. So today we're going to do a video about my 2-week postpartum update, things that are going on with me, things that are going on with Isla, as well as at the end of the video I'm going to talk about a couple essentials that have come in real handy the past 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of her life. So real mom update is it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I literally just got dressed because that's what life is like with a newborn and a 3-year-old. So that's just true life. And it's been good. You know, we had the C-section. If anyone didn't watch my last video, we ended up needing a C-section with her. And it was probably the hardest in the hospital because I had issues with migraines because of the spinal that they did on me. By the time I got home, it was probably a good 2 or 3 days that I was still having the headache, so I had to lie down a lot. You're still healing from the C-section, so the scar hurts whenever you get up out of bed. It's painful. They gave me Percocet when I came home, and I'm not one to take drugs. I don't even take Motrin most of the time. If I have a little headache or something, I just deal with it. But I would take the Percocet in moderation just because I was still in pain and you're still trying to function as a mom and take care of your baby. But I weaned myself off pretty quick because I almost rather feel a little bit uncomfortable, because I feel like if you don't feel uncomfortable, you overdo it. And my personality is the one that I want to start like cleaning and rearranging things and going for workouts and pushing the stroller. That's me. I'm really impatient and I like to just go, go, go. So I almost want to feel a little bit of the uncomfortableness so I know when I'm overdoing it. So also Percocet, I don't know if it's just me, but I think it makes you a little constipated, if that's TMI. And you're already in enough pain from the other things. You don't need to add that on top of it. So I just took it as needed. I wasn't even taking it every day. Now I'm not taking it at all. Another thing is with nursing. I nursed my son for a year and I plan to do the same with my daughter. And in the hospital, she was feeding so much, and I think because it was just colostrum. They say sometimes when you have a C-section, it takes a little bit longer for your milk to come in. I imagine it has something to do with your hormones, just because it didn't happen naturally. But mine came in pretty. If you hear little baby noises, it's because she's over here in her Lulyboo. It's okay, baby. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Mommy brain is already kicking in. I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, oh yeah, the colostrum. So the colostrum, she was nursing constantly. Like she would come off the breast and then 5 minutes later she'd be rooting again. If you don't know what rooting is, it's when the babies start turning their head towards you with their mouth open. They're trying to nurse. So she was doing it around the clock constantly because I think she was really trying to get the milk going, and it did work. But then I was so overproducing milk at first, which is normal. Your body hasn't regulated yet your milk supply. So I was super engorged for like the first 2 or 3 days that I was home. I was leaking constantly. It was really uncomfortable to sleep because they were like so hard and uncomfortable. And I think she was spitting up a lot because she was getting too much milk. It was just, I had to go into the shower and massage. Actually, my doctor recommended that too if you're uncomfortable and you're having issues with being engorged, to prevent mastitis, which is like when you get infected or you get clogged ducts, milk ducts, to go in the shower with warm water and kind of massage the area. Also, random thing, but it did work for one of my friends. And the lactation consultant at the hospital actually told me too that green cabbage, putting it in your bra when you're engorged or like afraid you're going to get mastitis, or maybe even when you have mastitis, I would double check that on Google, it helps with that and relieve it. And my friend did that, and even though I was like, you're crazy because you're walking around with green cabbage in your bra, it worked. So I didn't have to do that, but good tip if you want to Google that and see if it's something you'd be willing to try. But that was my main issue. Now, after about a week, my milk kind of regulated, and now it's a lot better. I'm still leaking, but that's normal. Like anytime I hear her crying, anytime I'm nursing from the one side, I'll leak a little bit on the other side. but that usually takes, for me at least, takes a few weeks before that stops. So I've been at home most of the time because I can't drive. My husband's off for the next, just now the end of this week, but he was off for 2 weeks, so he was helping me out a lot, but I wasn't leaving the house, so it wasn't a big deal. But I'll need those those leak-proof nipple pads when I leave the house, because it's gonna happen to me. It's happened to me before when I've been out. Or just wear black, because then no one can tell. So that was that. My milk is obviously good because we brought her for her 1 week update, and she already bypassed her birth weight by like 4 ounces after being home from the hospital for like 2 days. So she's my little porker. Usually it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to get up to your birth weight, and she was born at 8 pounds. I think she went down to like 7, I want to say 7.9 in the hospital. Maybe I'm wrong. And then 2 days after we got home, she was already back. Sorry, the battery light came on. 2 days after we got home, we brought her to the doctor, and she was already at 8.4. And we actually just brought her to the doctor yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago, because she woke up with a little bit of crust on her eye, and it was making me really nervous. I was afraid she was getting infected, and every time she went to sleep, she was tearing, and it was turning into like this yellowy crust. So I brought her to the doctor. She was up to 8.15, my crazy girl, and they said it was just a clogged tear duct. She's okay. You okay, Bubba? They said it was just a clogged tear duct, which is very common. And what I had to do was massage the area, do a warm compress, and put a little breast milk on it to prevent infection. And after the past 2 days, it's already gone away. So that was good. And then we got a little update on her that she's almost 9 pounds, which is so crazy. The doctors was joking that I must be like producing heavy cream or something. But that was her main update. She's been doing really good. She's been sleeping okay. We had one night when she slept for 5 hours in one section, which was amazing for me. I woke up almost like in a panic, like, oh my goodness, like something must be wrong. Because it's been about 2 to 3 hours she's been waking up. But she does seem to fall back asleep pretty easily, which is really good. So she's sleeping pretty good. She's napping a lot during the day. She's eating really good. I noticed that she sleeps a lot better when she's tightly swaddled. She doesn't like it at first, but it seems to really help her with her flailing arms to fall back asleep. My little baby is making all these crazy noises right now and then falling right back asleep. Hold on, let me just get my husband. Okay, I'm back. My husband came and got her. I think I was disturbing her by all my talking. So anyway, so me, other than the engorgement and stuff, my scar is healing really well. I'm actually going this afternoon for my 2-week checkup. They're going to check the incision. And I've been feeling okay. It seems like everyone in my house is getting a little bit of a cold, of course. But I've been feeling good. I've been healing well. I've been trying to take it easy. With my personality type, it's very difficult to do that. I did check my weight, although I don't want to be obsessive about this. I started my pregnancy with Isla at 127-ish. I'm about 5'5". And I went up to 154. So I checked my weight about 2 days ago, and I was already down to 134, which was kind of shocking to me. But I don't want to be obsessive about it, because especially when you're nursing in the beginning, your weight goes up a lot depending on your milk supply. I was 137 yesterday, early in the morning, and I was already like, what? I gained back 3 pounds already? 4 pounds. So I'm not going to be obsessive about it. I actually didn't lose all of the weight with my son until after I stopped nursing. I think my body kind of holds on to the last 7 pounds or so, just to help the supply, to kind of like save on to some of the fat. Some people shrink like really fast. One of my good friends, she said she was the skinniest she's ever been when she was nursing. But that wasn't me, but that's okay. I'm not in a rush as long as I'm healthy, and my stomach has been going down a lot. I've been wearing my belly band during the day. I'm actually not wearing it right now because I was going to give you a belly shot. But that helps. I didn't do that right away with my son, but it was a lot more comfortable this time. I don't know why, but maybe it was a type of wrap. They actually gave me a wrap at the hospital this time, and it's not as hard, so maybe it was just a little bit more comfortable. I don't sleep with it on. I'm actually wearing some I have been wearing some of like the support underwear too, like the granny panties Spanx kind of. If I don't feel like wearing the wrap, I feel like it just kind of holds everything in and makes it a little bit more comfortable for me. I'll show you my belly. So this is where we're at, 2 weeks postpartum. So I still got a little bit of a bump, but I'm happy with how it is so far. You know, it's only been 2 weeks. Sorry, I don't know if you could see with the laundry. His jacket's hanging out. So we'll get there when we get there. I'm not one to like totally stress out and freak out about it. I get the okay. Usually after C-section, it's like 6 to 8 weeks, and then I can go back to working out. I probably won't be going to the gym right away just because I have 2 kiddos at home. So I've done sometimes the Beachbody DVDs. I love the Tone It Up girls. I might do some of their workouts. We have a pretty quiet neighborhood. I'll do some walks and running, and I'll update you along the way once I get to that 6-week, 8-week mark. So now let's just talk about some of my favorites that have helped me get through these past 2 weeks. I don't have a lot. I'm kind of a minimalist with baby things. I don't need tons of stuff. I use a lot of stuff from my son, and she's only 2 weeks old, so there's not tons of new cool things that I've tried out yet. But every couple videos, I'll kind of update you on new things that maybe I've been using with her that have been working as she's been getting older. But right now, there's just a couple things. I'd mentioned this in one of my videos. It's the Earth Mama Angel Baby Natural Nipple Butter, tongue twister. This has helped a lot. I like to pick a natural one just because if you're putting it on, if you think about it, your baby is latching on, and whatever you put on is going to get in their mouth, even if you wipe it off. So I really check the ingredients of this, and they're really good, and it even says that there's no need to wash it off before nursing. So the fact that it even says that on the label. It's organic. It says it's lanolin free, safe for mama and baby, no need to wash it off before nursing. Made with organic calendula and oil and certified by Oregon Tilth, whatever that means. But what's in it is, it has olive oil, cocoa seed butter, shea butter, candilla, I'm going to say that wrong, mango butter, and calendula, and that's it. So this is really good. It helps you also not to get bleed or cut or dry, because that can lead to infections. So this has helped a ton, especially with my whole engorgement issues, because it does hurt when she latched on at first, and this made a big difference. So this was definitely a must-have. Another thing is she had a little bit of diaper rash last week, and I like the Honest Company. I bought this one, Honest Diaper Rash Cream. I used to just have the regular Honest Company healing balm, which I love and I use for tons of stuff, but this one's specifically for diaper rash, and I like it a lot. It says soothing relief zinc oxide treatment, helps heal and protect. Non-nano zinc oxide, contains organic ingredients, and it's sensitive. This actually got rid of her diaper rash very quickly. It's like a white, creamy kind of consistency. It doesn't even wipe in totally right away, but it's thick and it worked really well and got rid of her diaper rash within 2 days. So this has been a lifesaver. I like this. Another tip is especially for newborns. This is from H&M. It's the organic cotton, but it's the onesie that wraps and it snaps to the side. And it's annoying in the sense that it has a lot of snaps, but the fact that I don't have to put it over her head, newborns squirm a lot. I don't have to put it over her head. I just put her little arms in it, cross body, snap, 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 and it's really easy, and it's been a lifesaver. I have a bunch of these from the organic H&M line. And it's a lot easier than the ones you have to slide over their head. Some of them have like the good, over here you can see that it has like also like a cross, and you can bring it up over their body, but even those I find to be a little bit annoying. So this, especially for newborns, once they're a little older, it's a little bit easier, but when they're newborns, they're squirmy, they're little, you have to be so careful with their heads, so this has been a lifesaver. Another thing that I love, this one actually is a little bit not my favorite one. I like the smaller ones, but they were in the laundry. But I'll show you this because it's the same idea. It's like the pre-made swaddle. This one's from Swaddle Me. And you put them inside and it snaps up top. You put their arms down and then you just Velcro it around. In the middle of the night, this is so much easier than dealing with the swaddle blankets, and it actually keeps her arms in and tight a lot better than the swaddle blankets because she's like a ninja. And I really like these. They're cozy for her. They're easy. I've used them with my son as well from the same brand. I actually am reusing the ones that I had for him, but that's a really good tip, especially for newborns. And it has the option as they get older, when they can start rolling over, to have their arms out. But definite must have. I also have been using tons of swaddle blankets, but for different things. I have pretty ones and I also have hospital ones. These actually have become my favorite, weirdly enough, but I don't know, they're like a little bit thicker and easier. I use them for burp cloths. I use them for swaddling her. These ones are really beautiful and I use them a lot, but I kind of use them more for like blankets and like nursing covers, like in a pinch. Swaddles are obviously a definite must-have with newborns. Blankets, spit-up rags, anything like that, especially with my daughter because she spits up a decent amount. And then the last, actually the second to last thing is the Boppy pillow. This is the one I use with my son. I love the Boppy pillow. Everybody has a different opinion on the Boppy pillow, but I find it so much easier with nursing. I don't bring it out of the house. I only use it at home. But just putting it on your lap, it just puts them at like a more comfortable position for you, and then you can flip them from side to side. Before I had the Boppy pillow with my son, I was using just regular pillows, and you're putting 3 pillows on top of each other just to get it to the right height. But this has been a lifesaver again with this pregnancy for nursing. And the last thing, I posted it on my Instagram, but for those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, it's called the Lulyboo. And I actually bought it on the way home from the hospital this time because of my C-section and because of the migraine issue that I was having. It's kind of like I'll post a picture of it in the video, but it's like a little portable bassinet, and you can put it right on your bed. It's almost like a co-sleeper bassinet. And that was a lifesaver because it was really hard for me to get up out of bed and I was getting these migraines. So the fact that she could be just right next to me during the day if I was napping or lying down made it a lot easier. And you can even take it and bring it and put it right into the crib. We have the arms reach co-sleeper next to my bed that she sleeps at night, just because I don't feel comfortable with her being in the Lulyboo in my bed yet as a newborn, especially because my son, who's 3, at some point during the night ends up in our bed, and that just makes me nervous. So she sleeps in the arms reach co-sleeper next to our bed at nighttime, but during the day, if I'm napping or if we're just bringing her from room to room, the Lulyboo has been awesome. And it was only like, I want to say like $45 at our Babies R Us. Again, I'll post a link. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It's Drake's Nest on Instagram because I post little things like that. I was also using the Katan wrap, which I posted, which I didn't actually include in one of my favorites, but I love the Katan wrap and the Moby wrap. I just started using it with her the past couple days and just makes it a lot easier to be hands-free. She doesn't like, the regular carriers don't really work for me as newborns. I have the Ergo baby carrier, but it has the newborn insert, but I don't feel comfortable with it yet until they're a little bit older, and then I love it, but not in the newborn stage. So the Moby and Katan have been awesome. The Moby is just a lot more cumbersome to wrap when you're out and about. The Katan's just easy to just throw on, but those I should have included in my essentials. Those are awesome. I'll actually post a picture of that too. So that's it, and I will be posting updates every few weeks or so. I don't want to bore you with every week updates, and then also updates with my fitness as I get past the 6 to 8 week mark. I was also thinking of doing some quick videos on recipes. I make homemade granola bars, and what I do with my husband now that he's going back to work. We're kind of trying to save more money. So I pre-make a lot of his breakfasts and lunches and put it in the freezer. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in just like money saving tips or recipes. Leave that in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, also leave in the comments below. I like to keep the conversation going. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.